Hey, all right, everybody. Welcome to this Social X Zoom event. My name is Adam Levy. You've got Tuesday Night Live. We do it live every Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So glad that you can hop on here. We've got some great new people that have just joined the team. Very, very excited to have them. Maybe we'll say hi to them in a moment. But I'm gonna tell you, it's been a crazy 24 hours, and I had something going on. I was supposed to do a training last night, as some of you know, but when I woke up on Sunday morning, I had this sensitivity one of my sections of my mouth right in here, and I kind of had noticed it a few days earlier, and I thought maybe I have a cavity. I don't know. I don't usually get cavities. I don't have any cavities. Fortunately for me, I have a friend who's a dentist, and I texted him and I said, "Hey, you working this week?" And he wrote back to me. He said, "I'm retiring on Thursday." I said, well, okay, well, how about Monday then? So he squoze me in on Monday morning, first thing. And that night before, I had flossed and tried to get whatever was in there out. And I was really in quite a bit of pain. And that was kind of new. I took a couple of Advil and I was able to get to sleep. So the next morning, I went to see my friend, the dentist, and he's selling his practice, or the building's being sold. He's retiring, like completely retiring on Thursday, and he's a really good friend of mine, and we drink a lot of wine together. And he had four boxes. I'm sorry, a box of six bottles of wine at the check-in, and he said, "I want you to have these." He says, "I thought of you as somebody who would appreciate these. I got to clean out the wine cellar." He had a wine cellar at the bottom of in the cellar of the dental practice, and so he gave me six bottles of wine. And he looked at my teeth, and as he suspected, because he's been my dentist for a while, he says, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with your teeth. You just got something probably stuck in the gum, and and it's a low grade infection." And so he gave me some some antibiotics, and he gave me like a dental swish thing or whatever. So, and I took my box of wine and I left. So, so I spent a lot of the day yesterday, taking antibiotics, taking ibuprofen, and I found that the only thing that was really helping was ice water, which is really bizarre because the night before, ice water hurt. And so the next day, ice water was the only thing keeping me sane. I mean, it was like a really incredible pain. So that's when I called Mike and I said, "Mike, I can't do this training. I'm trying to keep ice on this. Every 30 seconds, I'm sticking an ice cube in my cheek. So it's not going to be good." But anyway, feeling a little bit
Did you
better today.
did you try the wine?
Well, I looked at what the wine was, and yeah, there were bottles from 2004, some Spanish wines, and there was one bottle of Camus. For those of you that know wine, it was from 1989.
Wow.
Whoa! Like has to be like, I don't know, an $800 box of wine that he gave me. But again, he
Wow.
has this huge cellar, and we're really good friends, and we'll probably drink some of it together. But anyway, that was my story yesterday, and I'm in better shape today. But it still bothers me, but it's getting better because I've been on now 2 days of antibiotics. So anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. But thank you all for hopping on, and glad you could be here. As you see, we have some new folks on the line, and I got to meet got to meet Kofi the other day, and he had reached out. Kofi's in North Carolina via Ghana, Africa, West Africa, and he just recently got started and was looking to be plugged into what was going on here in the States because right now it's midnight in Ghana, Africa. So the presentations they're doing over there are much earlier. So anyway, I wanted to welcome you, Kofi. Thanks for hopping on.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I really, appreciate being part of this team. As I reached out to you and confirmed, I got to know of the opportunity through Dr. Bride. I actually, partnered with him on a similar project about 8 years ago when I was in Ghana. So he reached out to me, or I reached out to him when I saw him, kind of promoting this opportunity. I felt it was a great opportunity. I looked at the product, it was going to be helpful. I said, why not? I need to jump on it. But like you said, the time difference in Ghana and America, it's so wide. I can join their training, I can join their meetings, and I'm looking to build on this opportunity. I can't wait. I can't wait on anybody. So I just needed to find Adams and said, hey, is there a group? Is there a meeting? Do you have training that I can join, plug in, and also build my team? And he was willing to let me join you this
Well,
evening. So
I'm
I'm
so
glad
glad
to be
that
here.
I'm so glad that you found us. And
Yeah,
it's you mentioned Dr. Bray, and he is going a million miles an hour in Ghana, Africa, and really all over the world now.
yeah,
In just a few weeks, he went 10K,
yeah,
and you've seen him in action before. Maybe we can get some insight from you. I mean, I've kind of building my relationship with him, and I'm getting to know Dr. Bright, who is a board certified esthetician surgeon in
yeah.
West Africa. Um, your experience with Dr. Bright was he one of the top leaders in the company that he was with that you were with?
He, he was one of the top leaders. He was the one that is really running everything that got to do with that company in Africa or in Ghana because the product actually got to Africa through Ghana through him. So
Hmm.
he was one of the top leaders, and he's a very vibrant, individual. He can multitask and he can do so many things at the same time. And when he finds an opportunity like this, he runs with it with fire. And I can
Absolutely.
I definitely understand why he's doing so well because he's done it before. He has the reputation, he has the experience, he has the team
Yeah.
that he can easily plug in and he'll be running with it.
Absolutely. And so tell me yourself, your background. I think you mentioned you were an analyst. You work for a bank in North Carolina. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. I'm
Yeah.
an analyst, senior risk analyst with Ally Bank.
Mhm.
I specifically do IT analysis, IT space. So
Mhm.
that's pretty much what I do with the bank.
Okay. Well,
Let me mention that I told you I invited a friend over. He's
oh,
blessed. He's here as well. So
hey, Blaze, how are you? Glad you could join us. Thanks for hopping on. All right. So, what I want to do is I wanted to bring up too that you mentioned Dr. Bright, and one of the things that it occurs to me is that these are some of the sharpest individuals that are joining our team and joining NuCalm. And I know that Dr. Bright, he was very successful, and things happened in that company that let's just say made it so the opportunity didn't continue to grow.
yeah,
I think he had trouble getting the products to different places, right?
yeah,
He built this very successful, but it was right in his own country, and it wasn't really
yes,
easy to expand because they were physical products.
correct.
And he didn't just jump to another company. He's been out of the industry for a few years, waiting
Yes,
for something digital that he could really sink his teeth into. So when he saw this, he realized that this was that special thing he was looking for, and he
yeah,
jumped all over it. And sharp individuals like yourself and so many others have joined him on this journey. And it really occurs to me that the sharper people are, the faster they see NuCalm. So I
yeah,
guess my message for everybody is really, go after some of the educated, more educated people that that have degrees and are doctors or professors or I mean, he's got people from MIT. It's amazing the individuals, the caliber of individuals that we're getting to meet and work with around the globe right now. So anyway, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Also, Kofi, you've experienced NuCom now. Tell us what are your thoughts about the product?
it's actually I've been with NuCalm. I think today is my sixth day. If I remember, I signed up last week.
Mhm.
I have interacted with the app. I've interacted with, I call it, therapy. At least, at least I've used the power nap. I've used um, the first one. I've forgotten, but my experience with the power nap is superb. I used it, after work one time. I think on Friday I was a bit lethargic. I said, okay, let me just try it. I put it on. And in a matter of 3 minutes, I was almost gone. And I'm like, well, is it just my imagination? Okay, let me just start again. So and it happened the second time. So I was like, okay, there's something with this. And so far, that has been my experience. I feel, there are a lot of people that will need this product, especially in Africa, not just in Africa, even here. I'm here to explore the other, strategies like the deep sleep and the ignite and all that. And I'm sure I'll have a better experience to be able to reach out to people to also, benefit.
Absolutely. There's a cumulative effect. So the longer that you use it, the better it gets. And end up being more refreshed than you've ever imagined
Yeah.
when you get up. I mean, I think I only slept like 7.5 hours this morning or this
Mhm.
past evening, and but it feels like you slept 10, right? The day before I slept 9.5 hours, and what I love is it gives you the score in the morning. Like you look at the dial, you go, oh, look at how far I slept, and it's really just an amazing technology, and we're just excited to be able to share it with the world. And again, thanks for hopping on and being part of the team, Kofi.
Thank you.
You got it. All right.
Appreciate
I wanted to talk just a little bit about some of the processes when it comes to building the business, and some of the things I do on a regular basis is we all surf Facebook and we read different and friend different people. And there's a company out there now called Ollie Life. If you've probably seen this, and Ollie Life, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Is a company that has a PEMF, I believe it's called, device. They're an electrical type device that actually sends different electrical charges through the body, like you become a conduit, and it's used for different things. And it's a pretty fast growing company. It's been around for a little while, and I'm seeing a lot of people in that business post things about being dissatisfied or about the patents aren't what they cracked up to be. Negative type posts, like they've been there, they were there, they left there, and now of course they're off doing something else. But those people I tend to reach out to, and I have a message that I use, and I want to share the message with you guys. I'm going to share my screen too, and I'll give you an idea of one that I just shared a message to. And I've actually used this message twice now, and it's pretty simple message, but people tend to bite. And I think that if you can find some of those folks, let's see if I can find it here. How about this page? Is this what we're looking at? Yeah. Okay. So here's my screen, and there's Facebook. Here's this woman here, Leanne. This is the one I messaged earlier, and she's obviously a networker. She's been doing really well in the industry, and I'm gonna just see if I can find the message I sent to her. And again, I did this with somebody else the other day who joined the business. So here we go. So this was my message. Hey, Leanne, thanks for your honest Ollie Life post. Sorry you had to have this happen to you. Hate when companies are not transparent with what they are offering. If you are open to a digital health tech with real patents that is truly one of a kind, I would love to connect. Right? Great message to use for those people, because that's the overlying dissatisfaction, is that this is a Chinese company with less than ethical ways. Supposedly their patents maybe aren't all they're cracked up to be, their technology. I know that from one individual I talked to, I mean, people had burns on their feet. There's some lawsuits, yeah, stuff like that. So, and meanwhile, this is a very successful company in the industry. It's called iLife. So a few minutes later, hi, Adam. I'll have a look later today. Send me info to look at. I do not know this woman. I friended her today. I clicked on one of her links. I guess this could have been this one. Here she is posting. And then I was in the car when that came in, so I said, "Hi, Liam. Sorry for the delay. I was in the car. Here you go. Looking forward to chatting with you." And I sent her my gem called Networkers Global Opportunity, because I know she's a network marketer. And when you have the Social X app, when it's available in the App Store, those of you on my team are going to have access to these kinds of gems, and they're very specific for people that are in different uh, careers, and one of them is for network marketers. And the moment I sent this, she clicked on it, and I got notification. And that's one of the things that I love about the ACE platform, or this new Social X app platform, which is based on ACE, is that when you send stuff, you're going to get feedback. You're going to know if they've looked at it or not. You're going to know if they're serious or not. So you're not going to have to spin your wheels. So she's clicked on this a few times, and my next move is going to be to send her something else. And if you want me to do that with you now, I'll show you what we'll do. I'm sure I have a little ACE thing here. Boom, here's my ACE space. And I'm going to send her some stories. No, I'm going to send her something for holistic practitioners. Share with contact. I had to add
I love
her
that
name
one.
because she was a complete stranger. So I added just her name. Don't have her email, don't have her phone number, doesn't matter. Added her to my network here on the platform. And I said, and I'll say, here is some additional info. Boom, paste, done. She clicks on that, I'm gonna know she clicked on that as well. So I've given her something additional. And that's what I do. If they click on something, I know they're looking. And now I'll take the time to go send them something else. And if she clicks on this, I'll know she's looking. And I'll find another one maybe. I'll maybe send her something about deepest sleep. So I usually send 2 or 3 gems before I say, hey, what do you like best about what you've seen so far? And then we can talk, about setting up a time to talk or have a Zoom. That all happened compressed in one afternoon with the other gentleman who I enrolled last week for Ollie Life. So that is just something I wanted to share. It's an incredible tool. If you are planning on getting the app, the Social X app, you will have access to this as soon as that app is available in the App Store. Okay, because you'll have availability to the space that I have built here on ACE, and it's pretty vast. I mean, you've got something and something for everybody. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out and stop the share here. And I know that they're working on updating stuff and creating some gems. Corporate is working on that now. And as soon as the App Store gets out of their own way and approves the app, we'll all have access to that space that I have built out as well as what corporate builds out. And I think it's going to be an incredible tool. The other thing to point out is there'll be, it's $9 a month, and there's going to be CV on that. So not a bad situation to have another tool, a digital tool that we can use all over the world, and that way we can, we have more CV, and we can all get paid on this amazing tool. Another thing that I do is I put together those gems. There's some of them, most of them have a button that goes directly to my website. But I also have put them together. Oh, Leanne clicked on it. I'm getting notification on my screen. You guys can't see it, but she just clicked on that one. But I also put together ones that don't have a button on it. I call that the no attribution ones because they're not leading to anybody's website. And I do that because not everybody will get the app, at least not right away. For instance, Wisdom and his team in Ghana, there was no reason for them to get the app. The app's not really even available yet, right? So there's no sense in having them do that. But I needed to give them information to be able to send. So I created some gems that have a lot of different videos on them and information. And it's a standard practice that they use that as the first thing that they send out once somebody shows that they're interested. And I have it tracked to Wisdom. So if you go to my back office, it just shows wisdom, because everybody in Ghana, Africa that clicks on this thing, I'm getting notification about for him and his whole team, right? It's not going to my website, but I'm at least knowing there's that activity. I did the same thing for a gal who is leading things up in France, and that's Noel. And so I'll do the same thing. I created a French gem in French videos, all of that, and her team is using it, and Noel keeps showing up. They keep clicking on it. And it's just a great way to get a team off the ground and running. And then as people get the app, and when that's all in place and working, they'll be able to have a button on theirs and do what I just recently did with what I showed you guys. And so that'll be powerful for for everybody to build a business that way. Because it's kind of nice to know when somebody's actually looking. I've sent gems to people and they've never clicked on it. I'm not chasing them. I got too many other things to do, right? How much of your life has been spent chasing people that you sent information to as a network marketer? Think about that. Did you get a chance to watch that video yet? Hey, when do you think you might get a chance to watch that video? Hey, listen, there's something on that video I want you to see. Just wondering when you might get a chance to check it out. What did you like? I mean, how often, think about that. That's what we used to do. So we're not going back to the dark ages, all right? We've seen the light, and everybody's going to want this app and use it and get results with it. David, I know you've been using the ACE platform for a while. Share your thoughts. You've been in network marketing as long as I have. You've got to feel that this is
I've
like
only got 43, 44 years, but that's all right. No, hey, it's awesome. It's kind of the app, and all these crazy apps have all matured in the ACE app. And the versatility of it is unbelievable. What you can create, what's being created for us, but the simplicity and the versatility, I've never seen anything like it. You can zig, you can zag, you can go all over. You're not in one just, canned little thing like the old, you know, now this, now this, now this. It's you talk to people or communicate with people, and what is it they need to hear? You go right in this. Oh, this is what they need to hear, and this is what this one needs to hear, and this is what the follow-up is. So it's so personalized that it's attracting people. This is, hey, that's me. But I don't relate to that. I relate to this.
That's right.
So
You've got
that's
something for everybody, right? I mean,
exactly.
while I was on a Zoom today, I was listening to a Zoom today, and I put together a gem that speaks to what's going on at Ollie Life, right? These prospects of mine gave me ammo, and 10 minutes later, I had a gem, and it's in a folder called competition question mark, because they're not really competition. So if you want to look and see what that is, you can watch the original video that I saw, and then you can see another case study, or there's a few pieces in there, and if you were to send that to somebody who was on their way out of Ollie Life, probably just tipped them over the edge. So not that we need to go after all those kinds of people,
Well,
but they're
but-
dissatisfied and they're network marketers and they're into frequencies.
But
And
Adam,
yeah,
here's the other big thing. What
yeah,
you're doing with Ollie Life, right?
yeah,
Look at the network marketing companies that are failing left and right every day lately. I mean, but all you got to do is keep track of them and just Google some of the distributor names will come up all over the place where they pasted themselves anyway.
yeah,
So there's a great market right there.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah, it's it's nice that you can target people with certain different pieces of information. And that's what we have set up in there. So everybody's going to have access to it. That's part of the team, and we're looking forward to rolling that out and doing training on it as soon as that app is available. The moment the app is available in the App Store, for those of you that are new listening in, you'll be able to take all of the contacts that you have in your smartphone. We've had these for how long now? About 15 years, right? Smartphone, 15, 16 years. So there's about 15, 16 years of contacts that have built up in here. And with the touch of a button, they all get transferred at one time into the app. So now you've got everybody in the app, and if you need to send somebody something, they're already there, they're in your contacts. The only thing you're going to be doing extra is you're going to add people as you meet people. Like I just met that gal Leanne on Facebook. So I didn't know who she was. I added her one at a time. Boom, just add her. Now when I want to send her something, there's tracking, and I know who is actually, I know that she's looking at it. So anyway, just wanted to cover that tonight. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to make sure we knew. Oh, yes, a week from today. So next week, Wisdom is going to be on. He's staying up late. He's staying up till midnight so he can hop on with us, and I'll get to interview Wisdom. He's a character, and you don't want to miss that. Right now, his organization, including Dr. Bright and Kofi, has grown to many, many countries and has done a tremendous amount of volume in a very short period of time. And they understand what NuCalm means as an opportunity. This is the first time in the history of our industry that a digital wellness product has been dropped into the space with this much credibility. And because of that, people are seeing it. Networkers who are tired of physical products or crypto or travel or any of these other digital type things that just aren't quite cutting it are coming back to health and wellness, and they're doing it digitally this time with NuCalm. And the beauty of that is this: nobody ever got emotionally attached to crypto. They will get emotionally attached to better sleep, and they will stay on this. That's why physical wellness products have done so well over the years, and it's still the largest segment, right? The largest segment is still physical products. And that is because people get emotionally attached to the results. And so, yeah.
What you're talking about, Adam, is with physically attached, it's the radio station everybody listens to, WIIFM, What's in it for me? But there they actually you feel something. It's not an idea. I feel it. I'm experiencing that, and that's amazing. And
Absolutely.
one comment I have, for years, we've been teaching and presenting network marketing as a 3 to 5 year plan. And the 3 to 5 year plan is still great. It's a great goal and you can do it. But with our product, you can do it in months or a year or two. We've shortened it. I mean, we've compressed it, and we're in the instant gratification age anyway. But think about it. We have that very product.
Absolutely, we do. We've just made it so much quicker for people to get results and so much quicker for people to get their product. It's an instant download. So,
Exactly.
hey, Cowboy, are you out there, my friend? Hello?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Cowboy in the barn? What's happening,
Yeah,
my
look at
friend?
look at these. Look at you see these arms? They pounded me, poked me. I got bruises. Looks like I got hit with a ball bat.
What happened? What happened to you?
She missed my vein about 38 times.
Oh, that's right. You were laid up there a little bit. We're hoping you're feeling better, and I know you got some activity going on. You got people reaching out to you from Europe and all kinds of things happening. So I'm excited for you, my friend.
Well, thank you, and it's I think we're on the right track in the right vehicle. We just got to keep driving.
Absolutely. You know, up until
You know, they
recently,
say if you park it, you don't go nowhere.
absolutely. I like to say that this has been kind of in theory. You were here when the starter gun went, and 4 months ago we launched NuCalm, and we said, hey, this is going to go all over the world, right? And so now
Right.
it's not theory anymore, and so
Yeah.
it lifts everybody up, though. I think a big wave will raise all ships, and it's becoming self-evident. So when you're out there and you're sharing this, as I know you are, Cowboy, you can feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof that you've got something that nobody else has, and that it's going to be a household name because of the work that we do, and you all get to benefit from it.
Well, you've got one. They're not going to beat you in science. They're not going to beat you in fact. They're not going to beat you in taste. And, they don't have to, what's it taste like? I hate pills. What's it taste? None of that.
My
Put on
glutathione is better than yours.
Yeah, put on your headset and turn it on, man.
I know you're a
So,
master at the power nap. Did you take one today?
Actually, I did. I try not to miss that, to be honest with you, but I will give you a quick story.
Yes, please.
I went to the ER. And let me tell you something. When Cowboy goes to the ER, the world's coming to an end. I don't go to the hospital. And I just was hurting so bad. I was passing a kidney stone, and I never had one. And I started breaking out in a sweat. And Debbie said, "You're going." I said, "Now." About 5 minutes later, I said, "Let's go." And I put recovery on the way there, just on my phone speaker, and put it up by my shoulder. And when I walked into that hospital, my blood pressure was 116 over 68. He said, "Are you sure you're hurting?" I said, "Oh my God, I'm dying." And he goes, "I can't believe your blood." I said, "I'm a triathlete. I run 10 miles a day and I walk 20." And Debbie said, "He don't do nothing." And he could not believe, he said, "I cannot believe how subtle you are." And he goes, "Is your pain 0 to 10?" And I said, "Dude, 20. I don't go to the ER." And he said, "Well, I looked and there's no records on you." Debbie said, "It's the first time he's went to the doctor in 41 years. So that tells you I believe in natural products.
Well, they've served you well over the years, my friend. You're looking good, and I know you're going to be feeling good as soon as you pass that stone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thank you guys.
I appreciate you, Cowboy. Thanks for hopping on tonight. All right, everybody.
Uh,
Listen, we're gonna wrap this up. We'd like to keep them short. Thanks for hopping on, everybody. This has been Tuesday Night Live every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Glad you could join us. And of course, coming up at 9 o'clock tonight, Stu Finger is doing the opportunity presentation. That's at socialxwebinar.com. Socialxwebinar.com. That is tonight, and then Thursday night at the same station. You can catch David D'Arcangelo. He's always doing a great product training there. A lot of times it's about NuCalm. So that's at socialxwebinar.com. Again, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays for the corporate events. And then the one in the middle, which is the Spanish one on Wednesdays that Evelyn Monroe does, also at 9 p.m. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for hopping on, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks, Adam. Go have some popcorn.
Yeah, we're not doing that for a while. Bye, everybody.